Welcome in to another OOTP 23 Perfect Team stream. Thank you guys for those of you that are here already, and I'm sure a few more will be on their way. Fourth stream that I've done so far on Twitch. Again, I am a converted YouTuber, still do some YouTube stuff, but wanted to give back to the OOTP community by offering drops. And so as a new affiliate for OOTP, I thought, hey, let's come on for a Sunday stream. I am in Canada. If you are in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. It is a wonderful Sunday, warm day here on a Thanksgiving Canadian holiday. Gorgo and his raid of 97. We have a raid. Well, we know when we have a gladiator raid, we got to do this. Yes, it is a raid. Thank you, Gorgo, for bringing your followers, your viewers, your watchers over to the stream. Hope you had a really good stream, and thank you guys for coming over here. And if you're short on some drops, hey, every 15 minutes you can get a drop from watching this stream. And again, as I mentioned before, happy Thanksgiving for those of us in Canada. I know you Americans still have about a month and a half before yours. And yeah, like I said, nice holiday. Tomorrow actually is Thanksgiving Monday in Canada. And I think in America, you guys have Columbus Day. I think they kind of match up between our two countries. So today, bunch of things that I want to go through. Thank you, New Jersey Charmen. Lousy in Ontario, yeah, we've got probably 20 degrees. It's a little bit cloudy, but 20 degrees here in Alberta. So fortunately, nice weather for this weekend. Hope you get some good weather tomorrow on Thanksgiving Monday. Want to go through a little bit of the Gladiator kind of team over the next, from the last, I guess, 4 days. And then on Tuesday's stream, we'll take a look at the Gym Unknown Blue Jays again. So lots happened since the last stream. We've had a new series of Platinum 3 cards come out. We've had the PTCS championships take place. And we have Playoff Sunday today. So we got to check in on how the Gladiators have done in all of those situations. Want to start with the PTCS. I participate in the daily perfect drafts. So every day I put in 2 teams and hope that I collect points, and so that at the end of the month I qualify for the championships. And last month I did. I finished 60th out of 128, and the top 128 qualify. So I'm kind of right in the middle of the pack there. And I waited until Friday to choose my team. Why wait so long? Because when you wait until after the new cards come out on Thursday, those cards are going to be part of possible draft options. So I knew Platinum 3 were coming out Thursday night. I didn't want to draft before Thursday night. I wanted to wait and have the opportunity to have those Platinum cards in the pool of those that I could select. So Friday I did draft. Gonna show you kind of not all the rounds, but many of the rounds and how I played this out. So round 1, here were my choices. Wayner, Robinson, Lemon, Gordon, Williamson, and you know who. And when I first saw this, I thought, oh, immediately Brooke Robinson. And then I saw the Babe. And this is only 1 card for this round, so you got to take the Babe. No brainer. This was, I couldn't click submit your pick fast enough, but I took the screenshot. I picked Babe. So fortunately, I was one of the teams that got Babe on his team. Round 2, I had these choices. There were 3 perfect rounds in the championship. And this round wasn't as sweet, but one did stand out, and that was Shoeless Joe Jackson Tournament Edition. Yes, the Tournament Edition is the better of the Shoeless Joes. And like I said, it was very easy decision. If it was the limited Pujols, yeah, I would have taken him, but I went with Jackson in round 2. Round 3, the last perfect draft round. Again, it was a pretty easy decision. Although I thought about Pete Alexander to get a perfect pitcher on my team, but how can you pass up Jackie Robinson? Pop Lloyd was another good choice. Oh, Tetsuiji, you brought up my Blue Jays. I want to just forget about yesterday. In fact, forget about the whole playoffs. The way that the Blue Jays went was kind of the way that a lot of my perfect league playoffs go, where you go in with a lot of hope and you think you have the better team and home field advantage and you win your division, and then you just stink up the joint. Yeah, I've been a Blue Jay fan since the 80s, and that one stung. Thankfully, we have a couple championships from the 90s that we can fall back on. It was a really tough season for the Blue Jays, but they've got a good young team. As long as they can keep, Guerrero and Bichette and Springer and all those guys, I think they're going to be a contender every year. But when you're in a division with the Yankees and Red Sox and Rays and the up-and-coming Orioles, it's not easy. They are in maybe the toughest division in all of baseball. Yeah, that collision kind of cost the Blue Jays the game. Bichette should have just laid off that and said, that's Springer's ball, and then it kind of took Springer out of the game too. And they should have left Gausman in. Gausman, there were 2 outs. They were up 8-1. Yes, I know they want the matchup, pitcher-batter matchup. And Santana is, hits more, less home runs, I guess, against the Gausman matchup. But they should have left him in. It was his game. Let him finish out. There were 2 outs. But you're just going to upset me. I need to have another sip of coffee here. There we go. Yeah, get that caffeine rush going. So round 3, I did take Jackie Robinson in round 3. So a fairly solid 3 rounds with Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Shoeless Joe Jackson. I was pretty happy. Skipping ahead to round 5, now we're in the diamond rounds. You choose 2 cards here, and of the ones on the screen, I chose my pitcher, Mike Scott, and another tournament card. When in doubt, I always take tournament cards over regular cards, either tournament or platinum cards. They tend to, for me anyway, do better in tournaments. Now, maybe I should have taken a second starting pitcher there, but I went with the center field. Moving on to the next round, round 7, we go to some of the gold rounds. Here I chose my first catcher, another tournament card, Terry Kennedy, and Art Devlin. I chose one of the new platinum cards, and those were my round 7 picks. Round 8, another gold round. I always like the Negro League players, especially because a lot of them are multi-positional and can bat and pitch. So I went with Andy Porter and with Eddie Plank. Grabbed a couple pitchers in that round there. Again, Templeton was tempting, but by this point I already had my shortstop, so didn't choose him there. Moving on to the next round, round 9, last gold round. Chose a pretty good outfielder. I needed a right field. I had Babe Ruth, but Babe Ruth could DH probably a little bit more. So I took Roy, who has pretty good defense in right field, and I took my first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, a solid gold defensive and offensive first baseman. I was happy with those 2 choices. Round 10, when we get to the silver rounds of the championship, Vida Blue, you can't go wrong, taking Vida Blue as a bullpen guy or a number 5 guy. And I took my backup shortstop, Woody English. Thought about Ed Steele, but by then I already had Ruth and Columbine, so left him. So I was finished with this as my pitching roster, with Larry, Manning, Plank, Porter, and Scott. So I got all my pitchers before the silver round as starters, and then Babe, of course, can also pitch, so I have him as an option in the bullpen. And then I have a bunch of silver and bronze guys in the bullpen, and I have Vida Blue as my stopper. So I wasn't ecstatic with this pitching rotation, but I wasn't disappointed with it. I didn't get that one real pitching stud that I wanted, but how can you pass up on Babe Ruth, Shoeless Joe Jackson Tournament Edition, and Jackie Robinson? You've got to take those three. At least I figured you had to. My batting lineup would look like this. Robinson, Jackson. I did draft Dale Ennis. I like that card as a silver power card against the lefties. I really like that new card. So I drafted him, put him in the DH spot against the right-handed pitchers. Ruth, Roche, Rizzo, Devlin, Kennedy, and Fletcher. And then, you know, similar guys on the left-handed pitcher side. Just a few little lineup changes based on where they fit the best. So that was my starting rotation in the pitcher department and my hitting rotation. I was really happy with the hitters. I thought, yeah, I have a really good competitive hitting lineup for the championship. And how did the Gladiators do? Remember, this is a tough competition. There's a lot of really good players out there that are going to give you a run for their money. And so the Angry Eagles ended up winning the PTCS, the Perfect Draft Edition, the daily. And the Gladiators, this was the best I've done in one of these major championships. The Gladiators would win round one. I beat a team I see a lot, and I think is a really good manager, C. Steinhardt, baseball team TBD, a very generic team. Beat them in the first round 4-2. Then I went on to face another really good team, Elgoon's Berkeley Lions, and I was able to beat them 4-2. Went on to round 3, and again, another, you're always going to face really good teams. I faced Con's Vlad News Bears, was able to defeat them in the 7th game, and then that put me into the money cards, into the guaranteed getting at least one tournament card. I was hoping for the Bill Dickey, but the WAB, the Angry Eagles, knocked me out just before the Diamond Card Awards. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. I guess I could say, well, I was beat by the champion. So that gives me a little bit of relief going, well, if you're going to lose, lose to the champion. But at the same time, I always think, well, if I could have got past them, could I have won the whole thing? Did I have the team to do that? And the Angry Eagles, they did extremely well. 4-0 in their first series. Then they did go to 7 games. 4-0 sweep. And then they beat my team 4-1. And then they went on to the semifinals and beat the Reds, I believe. Yeah, they beat the Reds. And then in the finals, they beat AG, whichever team that is. So they had a good run. So we'll look at their team in a minute, but can't be too upset. This is the best finish I've ever had in the monthly tourney, and I had at least the hitters to get me as far as I did. So what did that get me? Well, that got me a 89 Dustin Pedroia was the card that I received. I know Mr. Audits was looking for that card for his theme team, the Red Sox, and he eventually got one. I saw in Discord, so good. But let's take a look at the winning team and what the lineup looked like. Look at these legends in here. A lot of legendary managers that were in this tournament. So for me to finish top 16, yeah, it's a little bit of a feather in the cap considering I'm not the best mind in terms of OOTP strategy. So the winning team, the Angry Eagles, their perfects were Gehrig, no-brainer. They went with a pitcher, Waite Hoyt, and he finished with a 3-2 record, and Scott Rowland, which most people probably wouldn't select, so maybe not a lot of quality choices in that round. But he did finish with 10 home runs. His diamond rounds, he had Ted Williams, the all-star, the good Ted Williams. Went for his catcher, Sherm Lawler. Hit 224, so not the greatest average. Went for a second pitcher, Bob Welsh, the Platinum 1. And a third pitcher, a Platinum 2, Ed Whitson. Kept on going with pitchers in the gold rounds. Bill Foster, Jake Arrieta as his closer. 8 saves in the tournament. UGRA though, 7.84. Bill Singer. And Steve Finley, Michael Young, Hurley McNair, Dan Murphy, and Josh Johnson for the gold. And then you can see who the bronze and the silver players were. Again, some good utility backup guys. Soriano, good backup. Minnie Minoso, one of the build a lineup cards. Shockey, a good bronze pitcher. So that was the championship. Out of 128 teams, this won it all. And just by looking at it, it's not a standout other than Gehrig and Hoyt and Williams. Maybe Welsh. Doesn't seem like a standout team. I would never have picked this team to win it all. Just randomly going to another team. Boggs, there's another Gehrig, and they had the Willie Wells. So I would say they have the edge in terms of their perfect cards. But a lot of times it comes down just to the random generator and, of course, the sliders and the strategy that teams use. Can't ignore those. Charleston, Martinez, Tannehill. So the Monsters went with 2 stud starting pitchers to go with Charleston, one of the best cards in the game. So you just never know. King Kelly, Tip O'Neill, Jackie Robinson. It's always cool after the fact, kind of going through and looking at some of these teams. Let's see if I can find a real McNoosh who beat me a few seasons ago in the semis of Diamond. Charleston, Clemente, Tip O'Neill. Okay, 3 good starters. And find another common one here. Gonzaga, who I think might have won a perfect league or a championship series, maybe last month's. Berra, Boggs, and Martinez. Okay, so went with his catchers. That's really interesting strategy, going with 2 catchers for your perfect cards. The Gonzaga Bulldogs. So that was the Perfect Team Championship Series, the daily draft. If you were part of this, hope you did well and got at least a card. Here are the overall stats. You can kind of see who performed well. Gehrig and Williams, home run leaders. War-wise, Berra, cool. Erstad, 99, Platinum 3 card. Charleston, a couple of Charlestons. My Babe Ruth. So when we look at how the Gladiators did, Mike Scott did okay, 2-0. Frank Larry, as a gold pitcher, went 4-0. He was probably my best pitcher in the tournament. Babe Ruth pitched 9 innings, 0.93 ERA. Pretty good. Yeah. So my pitching staff, other than Eddie Plank, who was disastrous, 0-2 and 9.95 ERA. I gotta make note of that. Do not draft Eddie Plank, 80 gold. Wait until his perfect card comes out. So overall, pretty good there. Hitter-wise, you can see how the team did. Seth Brown was my backup catcher. I didn't get a true catcher in the last round. Fortunately, I was able to get, I don't know if it was Seth Brown. I think it was someone else. Maybe it was Mark. Yeah. A rating of 1. This was my backup catcher. Maybe that cost me. I don't know. But he did okay. You know, he got 4 hits in his last 5 games. Or 4 of the games he got hits. So not overly horrible. Who else we got? Rizzo hit 319. Bip Roberts. I love Bip Roberts. I've always loved him in every version of the game. Great utility guy. He can hit, he can steal, hits for average. He did extremely well. Jackie Robinson, thankfully, did what Jackie should do, 333. Devlin, 306. Woody English as a backup, 346. Ennis, 5 home runs, 308. And I know you've been wondering about the Babe. Small sample size, but Babe played 16 games, hit 383, 27 RBIs, and 9 home runs. Yeah, this card is for real. This is why everyone's out chasing the Babe. Albert Pujols, yes, is good, but I'd prefer the Babe Ruth. Not only did he pitch well for me, an ERA under 1, but he mashed the ball. 10 strikeouts, which is good for the Babe, 1.6 WAR. And in 2 of the rounds, he was the MVP in round 1 and round 3. He was the Gladiator MVP. So yeah, there you go. This card is for real. Roush hit 318. Shoeless Joe hit 301. Stolen bases, Jackie Robinson had 9. Bip Roberts, 4-0 in the stolen base department. So my hitters, if you look at just my hitters, you would think I went pretty far in the tournament. You might even think I won the tournament just by looking at the hitters and the average. If you looked at my pitchers, well, it's a little bit different story. A little less clear. A lot of high ERAs. And if we look at my overall, 128 teams, my zone rating, my defense was crappy, 109. Runs against, I was 118th. But I was 7th in batting WAR. I was 7th in home runs, 5th in base running. So I was top 10 in probably 5 or 6 categories. That was the Gladiator run in the championship. And just to look at the stats of the winning team, just to see how they ranked. And again, congratulations to the winning team for beating me and then going on and winning the finals. First, their pitching WAR. So they had the best pitching WAR staff in the tournament. Second best strikeout staff. Mind you, when you play more games, you're going to get more strikeouts. So that kind of makes sense. But they were also 5th in batting WAR, 2nd in runs scored, and 3rd in stolen bases. So that was a really well put together team. So Earl Grey Hot, if that is your real name, congratulations on winning yourself the Bill Dickey. In terms of all the other tournaments, just to kind of show you who else did really well, congratulations to these, I guess it'd be 16 teams. You see more than 16 because if you've already qualified, you can't qualify a second time. So then they pick the best ranker of all kind of the remaining teams, the top 8 or something like that. And they determine it somehow who qualifies. But this was the one I was part of. The Angry Eagles, the Big Streams, the Halos, and the Grossman advance to the Perfect Team Masters Series. That will be really exciting. That is the tournament of tournaments. Really cool to be part of that. But you got to finish top 4, and I was at least 1 round away from qualifying. Probably 2 rounds away. All right, thanks again for everyone tuning in and everyone joining. A few new subscribers. We have Dino055II. Nice. 41. RB Stens. And Boo, great Halloween name, 1260. Thank you so much for following the channel. And again, I am Laptop Hound. I stream usually Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. But I thought, hey, Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, let's hop on for a Sunday stream. Let's follow the legendary Gorgo and get you guys some drops in case you missed some of the early streams. So I will kind of take a look at how the Gladiators are doing in the playoffs. And then we're going to look at some live spec cards and open some packs. I don't know if many streamers today have been opening packs. All right, the Gladiators. Let's load up the game. See how they're doing. We are in Diamond 371. And last I looked, we were in the Diamond playoffs. I don't know how we did. I'm hoping we won a round or 2. Let's go right to the results. And whoa! I'm speechless. We, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, as of 5:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Gladiators are in the Diamond 371 playoffs. Amazing. I want to sing, but I won't torture you guys. Whoa. Did not expect that. I knew we were a wild card team, and I knew we won the first wild card series, but then I thought I was going to get crushed by Tampa Bay. And we beat them in 5 games. And then we beat, wow. Let's take a look at the box score of Game 6. Look at that. Let's go back to the game log. The game log of Game 6. We had Vida Blue, and we're up against the Bard Owls. So Vida Blue going up against Jerry Royce. Scoreless after 1. Scoreless after 2. We get scoreless after 3. It is a tight game. Bard scores on Ken Griffey run in the top of the 4th. Top of the 5th, Bard gets their second run. Jackie Robinson scores. They hold the 2-0 lead all the way to the 9th inning. It looks like they are going to force Game 7. But they bring in Vida Blue. King Kelly flies out. George Sisler singles. I love George Sisler. Jackie Robinson singles. I pulled him in a pack on stream last week. Hank Aaron walks. Vida Blue is still in the game. They didn't pull him. 1 out. Jim Tomei at the plate. He walks. Vida Blue is like the Blue Jays yesterday. Joe Mauer, wild pitch by Vida Blue, ties the game. He walks. and Willie McCovey walks as well. They finally did bring in Billy Pierce, but too little too late. And with the McCovey walk, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, in season 2043, 20 years later, they make the finals of Diamond. You can see our history. We've made the playoffs 7 other times. We've won a gold championship. Once we made Diamond playoffs. Now, still in the top of the second, Maurer at second, Larry Walker at the plate. Can he bring in the first run of the World Series? Here's the pitch. It is hit to the opposite field, and it falls. A little spray hit for Larry Walker. Maurer heads home, and he scores the first run of the game. Love it. All right, now we're still in the top of the first. King Kelly back up at the plate. Carl Hubble in a jam. Runner on second. 2 outs. A 2-1 count. And here's the pitch. It is hit down the exact same area that King Kelly hit it in the first inning. Another double. Another run in. And that is 2-0 Gladiators against one of the top pitchers in the game, Carl Hubble. We head to the top of the fourth. 2-1. Runners on the corners, and King Kelly likes to be featured today. He is at the plate. Here comes the pitch to Kelly. Only 1 out, and he hits it, and it is over the head of the left fielder, and the runners are chugging around. Look at those beautiful gray and red striped uniforms. Holds up at third, though. The runner from first holds up at third. Kelly with his third double of the game. It is now 3-0 Gladiators. Let's head on to where are they going to take us now? It is 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out, and Joe Morgan as a unicorn. He's an angry unicorn, though. He pounded that ball. He gets the first run for the Unicorns, and it is now 5-1 as we jump to the top of the sixth. King Kelly, his 4th plate appearance in these highlights. Papelbon on to relieve early in the 6th inning. Let's see what the king can do. It is hit up the center field. Yes, deep center, and it goes to the wall. And this has got to be some sort of record. King Kelly doesn't stop at second for his fourth double. He goes all the way to third with a sliding triple. Safe at third, 1 out, 2 out now. We head to the top of the seventh. 6-2 lead, so each team added a run. Larry Walker at the plate, and he hits it down the right field line to the wall. That is going to score another run from second as the right fielder disappears. And Walker heads into third base with a triple. We are getting some extra base hits there. The Unicorns are even angrier. Here we go, bottom of the ninth, 2 out. Randy Johnson in, looking for the closeout of the game. Charleston at the plate. He hits it to left field, and that is going to do it. Look at those beautiful Gladiators celebrate with their first ever Diamond World Series victory. Yes, a 7-2 win. And the wildcard Gladiators beat the wildcard Unicorns in game 1. Love to see it. Now I'm really nervous during stream on how they're going to do. All right, here, let me show you what a Diamond League World Series team looks like, because it is a team you would never expect to make the playoffs. This is a team that could get relegated just as easily as making the playoffs. I must have the worst team in Diamond, card-wise. Look at this. I am using the kidney snail. I mentioned last stream, I'm using the kidney snail strategy for pitchers. And I want to thank Snail and I want to thank Kidneys for sharing this in Discord and on Kidney Stream and allowing other managers that are free to play an opportunity to try it out. Because if you look at my staff, I don't have Jerry Royce, I don't have Pedro Martinez, I don't have Derringer. I've got good pitchers, but I don't have top pitchers. This pitching staff made it to the World Series. And even in my bullpen, I've got some good. I got McGraw, I've got Papelbon, Fingers, Randy Johnson, the 98 Randy Johnson. But again, a lot of players that usually are dropped by this point. Many Diamond teams do not have Britton anymore, or Mark Pryor. So yeah, this is a team that's put together with duct tape from lucky pack pulls and completing missions, and for some reason, they're in the World Series. Hitter-wise, again, I've got good hitters, but not the best hitters. I don't have the 400,000 or 300,000 Gehrig. I don't have the Albert Pujols that's come out. I don't have Babe. My best is probably Jackie Robinson. And if you look at these players, how many of these are on perfect league teams? Maybe McCovey, Robinson, maybe Kelly and Tomey and Morgan. Maybe as a backup player, Walker and Hines. So I've got the fringe. I've got the fringe perfect team players, not the elite. Wow. I like King Kelly. I like Jim Tomey, but I wouldn't say this is an elite Diamond team by far. So again, this is a team that is in a Cinderella season, like we were a few seasons ago when McNoosh beat us in the semifinals. Not full of perfects. And it is a team that somehow scraped their way to defeat Tampa Bay in round 2 as a wildcard team. Look at the team they have. They have the Clemente. They have the Ken Griffey Jr., the Noodles Hahn. Who else is really good on here? Carter, I guess, is one of the better catchers. And they've got the 99 Ruth. So again, it's not the elite of elite, but it's a team that I think is on paper better than mine. And how about the Owls? Yeah, beat the Barred Owls. Let's take a look at their team. I think they were a wild card team. Yeah, they were the other wild card team. OOTP doing what they do best. Wild cards doing really well. And so taking a look at their team, only one non-perfect. They've got the Edgar as a 99. They've got Appling, Charleston, Dingo, or Dihigo, Gehrig, Griffey Jr., Hahn, Hubble, Pedro, Necro, Pierce, Royce, Brooks Robinson, Jackie Robinson, Jim Tomei. This is a team I would expect to win Diamond and go to perfect. This is what I see as a perfect league team. Yes, they don't have Albert Pujols, they don't have the 100 Babe, but this is a team that should be in the perfect league and do decent. I love that Appling. And that is the team that I was able to defeat in the semifinals somehow with a 3-run 9th inning. Willie McCovey walk to knock out the Owls. And now we're in the finals against the Unicorns. So anyway, I was not expecting to spend that much time going over the playoff because I didn't think I'd be here at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's where we are. Whew. Another sip of coffee. Thank you, EZE, for the follow. Thanks for joining in and watching this makeshift rag-a-tag Canadian Rocky Mountain Gladiator team struggle to make their way to perfect. I've never been to perfect league in OOTP 22 and haven't been there in this version yet. Free-to-play player. So I get my cards from packs and from tournaments and from using my perfect points earned in gameplay and try to put together a decent team and take strategy from some of the best minds of the managers that are out there willing to share some of their strategies. Wow. All right. Before we open some packs, and yes, the Gladiators do have a lot of packs. We're probably going to open about 100 of them on screen. Today is the last day for you guys to go out and complete your live speculation. Which live players are going to go up in value? Diamonds becoming perfects, golds becoming diamonds, and which ones are going to drop? I know many of you buy players with perfect points, wanting to see them go up. Well, here's a case of the perfects, the live ones. You want to get rid of them before tomorrow. I don't know if I don't think I have him in the lineup. So yeah, I will be selling him off because if he drops down to a diamond, I've lost 16,000 perfect points. So I'm going to sell him a little bit later. But all the other ones, how are they going to do? I speculated a little bit on Spencer Strider. I bought a lot of him when he was a gold player. And I got about 7 or 8 of them now. And you can see that many people think that he's going to go up. to a perfect, which if I have 7 of them, that's 140,000 perfect points that I can get. So right now, there are managers that want to buy him at about 5,500. The lowest one is 8,500. Which, I mean, if you think about it, if you're confident he's going to go perfect, you still double your money, your perfect points. Buy him for 8,400. He goes to 20,000. But that's only if you're confident. Remember, worst case scenario, he's not going to gold. He is not going down to gold. So he stays at diamond. You sell him for 4,000. You lose 4,400. That's worst case scenario. So he is one of the popular speculation players in diamond. Let's go and download Game 2 live from Bitter End Stadium. Game 2. Let's check it out. We check out the game log. Why not? I'm probably never getting to Diamond Championships again. I'm on stream, might as well show it. Nothing in the first, nothing in the second. Scoreless after 3. You got Jerry Royce on the mound. Scoreless after 4. Finally, Pop Lloyd triples to lead off the 5th. And Larry Walker doubles him home, but we get nothing else. We go to the top of the 6th. Nothing. Still 1-0 after 6. This is a pitcher duel so far. 1-0 after 7. Top of the 8th, Jackie Robinson singles. He steals second. And Joe Mauer singles to score Robinson. It's 2-0. Bottom of the 8th. Top of the 9th, we get nothing. And bottom of the 9th. Talk about a bitter end. A bitter ending. Oh, I thought we had a 2-game lead. Morgan doubles. Jackie Robinson scores him with the double. And one of the best cards in the game. It's a 2-run home run. At least there were not 2 outs. I can handle this. They had no outs, and they put the rally together just like I did in the semifinals against the Owls. There we go. I won one of those random generations, and I lost one. Who is pitching for us? Tug McGraw. Fell apart. Well, we are tied up at 1 in the World Series, but we're heading home. We've got our home stadium. Just to kind of show you what our ballpark looks like. Definitely favoring the lefties. So good. I've got the lefties. A lot of them in the lineup. You can't leave out King Kelly and Jackie Robinson. And their ballpark. Let's see who they... Well, actually, we were in their ballpark, but let's see what they were running. Neutral. Except for doubles. They put a big weighting on the doubles. Interesting. Interesting. And it worked for them. They got 2 doubles in the bottom of the 9th. And in game 1, you saw when I was going through the highlights, all the doubles we were hitting. But yeah, that kind of makes sense. So going home to Rocky Mountain, 1-1. We take the home field advantage away from the Unicorns. And yeah, we'll see how that goes game by game. But back on to how you can make perfect points. How can you make money? You're making drops right now unless you hit your max already. Live spec. Strider. Jimenez, I've got a few, but I got in on him late. Right now, he is expensive. If you want him, you won't double your money. Probably not too many people selling him off right now. So yeah, he is a pretty expensive card, but he is probably 90% guaranteed of going perfect. And how do you know? Well, a lot of managers use fan graphs, and they kind of look at the different ratings. I can't wrap my head around all those numbers. Those of you that can, nice, excellent. I can't. So I've got Strider, I've got some Jimenez. Who else? I've got a few Brandon Woodruffs in gold. Probably not worth to buy it for 2,500 because he's probably going to go diamond. You make maybe 1,000 perfect points. So your return of investment, probably not worth it. You can get him for 1,500. Yeah. Maybe even 2,000. He might be worth it. Who else do I got? Hoping they will go up. Got a lot of irons or silvers. Bueller's. Okay, if he goes up to gold, he only needs one more rating point. He's going to be close. You can get him for 200 points. Back. Why not? Why not buy another Bueller? For 200? Worst thing is I can sell them for 100. Let's buy a couple of them. So I could lose 100 perfect points, but I could also make another 780 perfect points. Let's buy a couple more. Let's stop there. 300's getting a little high now. Schreiber was one I bought right at the beginning of last month. I stacked up, I got 10 of him. He zoomed up from iron to bronze, and now he is in a position where he could go up to gold. I have my max. This guy here has got 13, we're at 13 orders in at 110. So someone's speculating on him. If I were you, I might pick up a couple of them. Pick up these two that are at 150. If he goes up to gold, well worth it. Remember, you can quick sell them off for 100 if it doesn't pan out. Got a few Eflins. This might just be from pack opening. I went crazy on George Kirby early. I don't know if he'll make it, but you can see the speculation is that the sellers think he might go up to gold. Five diamonds. I really don't. Because the bad ones I'll quick sell. And the good ones, hey, I'll keep and hope they go to perfect. You're only allowed 10 of one card on your team unless you pull them in packs. So there are some people out there with 20, 25, 30 Striders or 20 McNeils because they pull them in packs and those qualify. You don't lose them. All right, we are back after the 7th inning stretch. Refilled the Nespresso coffee, ready to open some packs, and we're moments away from Game 3 of the World Series. So we'll check in on Game 3 in just a little bit. I'm going to open about 100 of them today and on stream anyway, and open a lot more off screen, but I'm not going to bore you with 300 pack opening. That's a lot. So we'll do about 100, see what we get. I'm not calling for a Pujols or Babe Ruth. If it happens, it happens. I just want Platinum 3 cards, Negro League player cards, and the odd diamond. If I get a perfect, great. Even if it's a live perfect. Pulled a Jackie R last week. Right off the bat, we've got a gold. Good start. Must be all that new subscriber luck. Or Thanksgiving luck. Not keeping that one. That one is likely not going to go. I'm not even going to sell it for 1,001 because someone else is. Quick sell. We'll add a little bit more PP into the reservoir. Hope you guys are doing well. Sunday, NFL football day. I know my one of my teams I follow, the Seahawks, lost a heartbreaker, high-scoring game, over 70 points that were scored in New Orleans. I like New Orleans as well. I've got about 5 NFL teams I follow because we don't have one in Canada. Great bronze card there if you're looking for a catcher. Gold number 2. We've got a Slim. Unfortunately, it's a Series 1 card. Not selling for a ton. I don't have it yet, so he gets to stay in the Gladiator reserve list. So yeah, Seahawks, I like the Saints. I'm a Packers fan. Those are probably my top 3, Seahawks, Saints, and Packers. Seahawks because they're a close team to Canada on the West Coast, kind of where I'm from. Packers, I was, always a Packer fan for the last 20 years. We have the CFL up in Canada. If you don't know anything about CFL football, yeah, Luke. Pack-a-palooza. We got packs galore. We've only hit 2 gold so far, but 1 was a Negro League player, so that's always good. Gold number 3, the 3rd gold, it is Tim Anderson. Tim, it was nice knowing you, but you are going for the minimum. If someone wants Tim Anderson for cost, go grab him. Yes, I will give some discounts on some of my duplicates, as I like to do, to reward some of you viewers that might need some of these cards, but I tend to only sell duplicates. Or cards that I just don't think will ever do well on my team. All right, we got a 60 Platinum Series 3 with the October Halloween-like graphics. Yeah, quite the discrepancy. Selling for 300, someone's willing to pay 45. Not a duplicate though. Anyways, talking about the CFL, we have Canadian Football League here. If you're unfamiliar with that, those of you in Europe, it's after midnight. What are you doing? Get to bed. It's after midnight on a Sunday. You probably have work tomorrow. And if you're from Japan, what is it, like 3 a.m. there? Go to bed. Those of us in North America, it's still pretty early. CFL, we only have 3 downs. We have bigger balls, bigger footballs that we use in the game. And our field is longer. So 3 downs, bigger balls, bigger field, and it's pretty popular sport up here in Canada. A lot of CFL fans. We've got the Edmonton Elks, we have the Calgary Stampeders, the Toronto Argonauts. Love this card. I'm going to talk more about some of these cards on my Tuesday stream. But yeah, really like the Sandy Alomar card. And since it's a duplicate, no, it's not a duplicate. Oh, I thought it was. Okay, keeping them. Gold number 4. The 4th gold is Eric O'Flaherty, reliever. And this is a sought-after card. Part of 2 missions, the Joe Mauer mission and the Cooperstown Series 2 mission. So yeah, I could sell them for probably 5,000 if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because I want to complete those missions too. So I'm really happy with the historical golds. Harry Williams, no one wants him. You want him for 28. If you need yourself a Harry Williams. Yeah, Luke, I'm with you with the Platinum 3 art. At first, I thought it was very, you know, Andy Warhol, kind of, with the pastels. And then just that border, that white and black border, where you can see part of the position or name. Yeah, something seems off. I don't know what it is, but something seems off with that artwork. But hey, the artist that does these cards, amazing. Amazing. It's just that one's kind of an acquired taste. Gold number 5. We have historical number 3, Bill North, not a duplicate. I'm loving the gold. Thank you guys for sending these Thanksgiving vibe historical golds. Cards I don't have yet. Sorry, can't sell them to you. Bill Gleason, Iron Platinum 3. Popular. Really popular. 222 someone's willing to pay. Must be a good Iron tournament card. Keep an eye on him. Gotta mark him down. Gleason. I have to add him to my Iron. Gold number 6. We have 3 lives, 3 historicals. It's not a duplicate, but do I want to sell him? I better hang on to him. I don't think he's going down to Iron, so I could always sell him later. Gold number 7. 7 golds, no diamonds, no perfects, and we got another historical. New card. Look at that. Wow. Guys in the chat, why is he selling for 10,000 as a gold? What's going on there? Okay. I think it's because Howie is part of both Cooperstown missions. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, that's my best pull of the day so far. A $10,000 gold card. You don't see many $10,000 gold cards. Still waiting for that first diamond. Where are the diamonds? I'm going to go down to about... Oh, here we go. 2 to open up here. Gold first, and that is... John Rabia. I have to admit, I've never heard of this guy before. I kind of follow baseball, and I've never heard of him. And the diamond. The first one. Strider. McNeil. Altuve. Speculation based on these prices is he's not going to perfect. I think he had a bad month, I remember. Quick sell. Hopefully that's not a mistake. All right, gold number 8, another historical. card. Vibes are strong on this stream. 2,000. But I don't have them yet. Oh, I do have them. Okay. Time to sell a card. If you want yourself a Shane Reynolds part of the Willie McCovey Gold Mission, I will give him to you for $14.99. 500 under last 10 value. Been a while since I had all lives in a pack. Usually that's typical of every pack. I will just keep pulling and enjoy my coffee until something pops up. Well, that didn't take long. Gold number 10, Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, is he going to diamond? Speculation is no. So we're selling him. Actually, I'll put him on for minimum in case any of you want a Garrett Cole. I don't think he's going to diamond. 69 miles. Don't have this one yet. What is the value? Pretty good. 350. Keeping them. You Historicos, 3 in that pack. Gold number 11. A lot of gold. And Steve Howe. Steve Howe, 88. Steve Howe, not the best track record in his personal life. No comment. But if you want a Steve Howe, 1,600. That's a good deal. This is a good numbers on this guy. 97 movement, 92 control. Seems like a good card. Gold number 12. Daniel Hudson. Selling this one because to go up 10 points, very unlikely. And you can see the speculation is low on this card. So I'm not even going to list him for 1 point over because I might forget and lose some value. So he is quick sold. Sorry, but there are many up on auction if you want yourself a Daniel Hudson. Well, guys, we've hit a lot of gold. Let's back out a little bit. Still got a couple minutes before our next game is played out. So we'll head back in. Only hit 1 diamond so far. We are due for a diamond. We are due for a perfect. That's what backing out does. Gets you out of rhythm. Look at all these lives. Gold number 13. Stubby. Who doesn't need a stubby on their team? I thought you'd be going for more, Stub. That stuff is gonna, that's what limits you. If that stuff was like 50 or 55, this card would probably be 4,000 to 5,000. But yeah, that stuff is a killer. Stub doesn't have the stuff. Part of the rebirth mission. Okay, I better keep that. Closing in on the evening for all you East Coasters out there. Any of you an NHL fan? Are you excited? Who's your team in the NHL? They start up, well, they've already started with their European games. Adam Lind. You Rangers fan, a Hawks fan, Islanders, Maple Leafs. Gold number 14 is Jose Trevino, 80. Little bit of speculation. If you want him, you can have him for minimum. Based on those numbers, I don't think he's going down. If anything, he stays gold. But if you want him for minimum, he's out there. Diamond number 2, all right. Again, Strider, Altuve, or McNeil. If you're going to be live, be one of those three. Liam Hendricks. Speculation. People want him. He's at 91 though. Is he going to go perfect? I don't think so. So I am going to give you guys first opportunity. Someone wants him for 4402. You want him for quadruple 4 and speculate on him? He's out there. $14 gold, 2 diamond, no perfects yet. And no high platinum 3 cards. What's up with that? Now we're in a real dud area. Gold 15. Evan Phillips. I am going to keep Evan. I think he has a chance based on these numbers. So do other people. Isn't that far to go? He's only got 2 more points to go up to diamond. All right, we will open a few more packs and then we will go and check in on the Gladiators World Series appearance. Yes, if you are just joining the stream, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators have made the Diamond World Series. And if you are in my league and your team is not the Angry Unicorns, then sorry, but yeah, you're not one of the 2 teams in the World Series. So let's download this. Last time we checked in, it was 1-1. Going home to our turf. And what do we do? Highlights or game log? Let's take a break from pack opening. We weren't getting the best polls lately. So let's go into the highlights. This is World Series. This is, you know, not Blue Jays World Series, I hope, but this is World Series. Home turf. Vida Blue on the mound. Top of the first inning. They always show the first batter. Look at those gorgeous Gladiator uniforms. Don't you want to go on the OOTP shop and buy yourself a Gladiator jersey? And the first out of the inning is registered a line drive to right field. All right, let's head now to the top of the first still. Full count, 1 out. Brooks Robinson at the plate, and he walks. Oh, the Gladiators at home are not distracting them with those gold uniforms. The Angry Unicorns have the bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hank Aaron at the plate. I do not like the looks of this. Aaron strikes out. Wow. I did not see that coming. Still bases loaded, 2-2. Uh-oh. The most dangerous man for the Unicorns is at the plate. What can he do against Blue? He strikes out as well. Wow, Blue gets out of a jam, and the Gladiators escape a potential disastrous first inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Runner on first, Joe Mauer at the plate. No balls, no strikes, no outs, and that is hit to left field down the line. That's going to go to the wall. That's going to get Tomei to third, and a stand-up double for Joe Mauer. Tomei's a little slow. That's why he couldn't score. Unfortunately now, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes for the underrated Paul Hines at the plate. Derringer on the mound. Here's the pitch, and down swinging. Both teams had chances, and both fail. Gladiators 2 hits, the Angry Unicorns 2 hits. We are now in the top of the third. Runner on first, King Kelly at the plate, and he takes a walk. Once again, the Unicorns threaten at the top of the third. Brooks Robinson now at the plate, runners on first and second. He hits it down the right field line, and that is going to be caught for the second out of the inning. Walker grabs that one. We head to the bottom of the third. Now it's the Gladiators with runners on first and second. Jackie Robinson at the plate. He hits it to short, and that is going to be an double play, not ending, but gets the Unicorns out of a jam. Top of the fourth. 2 hits for the Unicorns, 2 for the Gladiators. Runner on first. Barry Larkin hits the third, and that is what happens. He's safe. Oh no, the umpire missed that one. An infield hit. That could be disastrous. Runner on first and second. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's hit up to center field and caught by Paul Hines. Hines throws it back in to second base, but still 2 out now. Runners on first and second. Jimmy Ryan at the plate. Don't see his name too often. Papelbon on in relief, and that's hit down the third base line. That is going to score 1 run, and the Unicorns somehow rip apart the Gladiator D for a 2-run RBI to take the lead. And they're still batting in the top of the fourth. Papelbon gives up another hit. Time to yank him. Another hit for the Unicorns down the left field line. 3-0. Unicorns, stop getting angry. You've got the lead. Top of the sixth. Runner on first. Barry Larkin back at the plate. Rolly fingers on the mound. And that's hit deep to left center field and gone. And the Unicorns take a 5-0 lead in Rocky Mountain. This game is all but over. Loaded bases. Hank Aaron. They are murdering the Gladiators on home turf. That falls in front of the left fielder to score a couple more runs. And we are not even going to watch the rest of this game. We are going to go out of the game. Down 8-1. Let's open a few more packs. We're down 2-1 in the World Series of Diamond. But do I really want to go to perfect? Congrats, Bikey, in the World Series of Stone. Any World Series is a good World Series. It doesn't matter the level. I was ecstatic when the Jim Unknown Blue Jays won at the lower levels. I don't even know if I want to go to perfect with the team I have. I might set a record for the worst regular season record ever if I go to perfect. Mind you, I'd still rather have the championship and say, hey, we made it there at least once. Because it is probably the toughest level to get to. Getting to perfect is tough. Jeff Gray, welcome to the Gladiators. Not gonna sell you. Well, maybe I am. You are a duplicate. And you're part of the Joe Morgan Gold mission. I will put you on for $17.99, 300 points below the other high order. If you want a Jeff Gray, he's waiting for you. Well, we have hit 3 diamonds, I believe, so far. 2 or 3. 16 golds. But no perfect. So this is the point in the game where we call a timeout. The top of the 9th, the stream is almost over. Timeout, regroup, take a breather, have a sip of coffee, and get back to it. Best iron batter out there. Him and Jody Reed. Must have for iron tournaments. Well, we are in the top of the ninth, not getting much. We're going to go to our diamond packs in just a minute here, just to finish off with diamonds, because no use keeping them until tomorrow, because you want to get them now and hope you hit on some of the ones that are going to go perfect. Bill McCall, Negro League 2, not a duplicate, so you are staying. Going to go down to about 180 packs, and then we'll go to our diamond packs. We're not hitting anything of value. 17th gold is Luis Garcia, a reliever. Upset if I get relegated, but if I make it to the final, I get upset if I lose because you're so close. Carlos Correa. Does he go perfect? I don't think so. So if you want Carlos Correa, I will give him to you for minimum. 4,001 perfect point. Closing in on Game 5 of the World Series. 4 or 5. All I know is we're down. We're behind now. Next diamond, Robin Yount. Historical. I do not have it, but I have completed the mission for it. But it is not a duplicate, so I better keep it because I don't want to have to rebuy it in the future. All right, only one live so far. Knock on wood. That is Spencer Strider. How about, I don't know, Albert Pujols? Zach Wheeler. I am going to keep this one. I think he may go perfect. And based on the speculation, no one's selling them. And there's a lot of high bids in. So that might be another 20,000 point card. Another good pull. Next we have, as our game is simming in the World Series, the next diamond is a Strider, number 12. Strider City today. Let's let that glitter flow. Spencer, way to go. Could be another 20,000 perfect points. Worst case, it's 4. All right, these diamond cards are providing really good value. What do we got? Scott Efros, a Yankee. No one wanting to buy him for high prices. Well, that tells me he's not likely to go perfect. But if you want to speculate, you can get him for minimum. There he is, 4,000 perfect points. Unless you think he's going down to gold. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The next game of the World Series. Got about 28 more minutes left in the stream. We might not be able to see it all play out. Oh boy, oh boy. And we're going to the highlights. We are going to the highlights of game number 4, I believe, in Rocky Mountain. Getting a little nervous now. Now that we're behind, I am getting nervous. We're so close to the perfect league. The Cinderella team, the Gladiators, Kevin Brown on the mound, striking out his first batter. All right, good start, Kevin. Let's move to the top of the second. Full count to Gehrig. I never like facing Gehrig. He can pop one, and this one goes down the left field line. That knocks off the corner wall, and Gehrig speeds around to second base. Uh-oh, runner in scoring position, nobody out. As we jump to 1 out now, runner on first and second, Carter at the plate, Brown with the delivery, and he walks him. I can never seem to get a lead in these games. Always in a tough situation. Loaded bases. Brooks Robinson at the plate. 1-1 count. Brown delivers the pitch, and this is popped up to second base for the out, thankfully. But that's only 2 outs. Are they going to move us ahead into... Nope. Loaded bases still. Cool Papa Bell at the plate. Kevin Brown delivers the pitch, and Papa Bell hits it to right field shallow, and running in is Walker. And Walker, whew, that is the end of the threat in the top of the second. Bottom of the second, Joe Mauer, 1 out. Mauer hits it deep to right field. It is just over the right field fence. And Mauer hustles around in those beautiful gold and red and black uniforms. 1-0 Gladiators. Bottom of the third. Runners on second and third, 2 out. Hank Aaron at the plate. And that goes to center field, and that drops in front of the center fielder. That is going to score a couple more. And the Gladiators finally get a little bit of a comfortable lead. As we head to the top of the 8th, full count, McGraw on, Brooks Robinson at the plate. No one out though. Do they have a rally? That is hit down the left field line. That is going to drop and running, no, holding up at first. Wise decision, Mr. Robinson. Okay. We head to still the top of the 8th, 2 out, runner on first, Jackie Robinson at the plate, and he drops one in front of the left fielder. Going to third is Willie Wells. He makes it. I don't like this. Runners on the corners, 2 out. Top of the 8th for Jim Thome. If anyone can tie this game up, it is Jim Thome. McGraw delivers, and that is hit, dropping in front of Larry Walker. That's going to score 1 and move the runner up to third. The threat is real, guys. The unicorn threat is real. Red alert, unicorn threat. Gehrig at the plate. Runners on the corner, 2 out. Here's the pitch. That is hit to center field. Should be a routine play. Yes, Paul Hines grabs it, and the Gehrig threat is over. All right, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Runners on first and second, 2 out. Pop Lloyd at the plate, getting a chance to increase the lead. He drives it up center field. That's going to drop for a hit, and a runner is going to come around and score? Or is he? Did Aaron score or hold up? He held up, and we did not make use of it. Top of the 9th. Runners nowhere to be seen. Hank Aaron at the plate, 1 out. McGraw still in the game. He delivers, and it is a base hit for Hank Aaron. Tying run is at the plate, and who is that tying run? It is none other than Gary Carter. 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. It is hit, oh no, deep to left on the warning track, and it is caught. Ooh. We were 10 feet away from a tie game. Can Robinson tie it up? Runner on first, 2 out, Papelbon on. He delivers the pitch, and Robinson squeezes one through. Oh no, our shortstop could not get it. Tinker, Mr. Reliable, has that one go through. Aaron goes to second. Cool Papa at the plate. He hits one to deep. Oh no. The Gladiators give up a 3-run shot to Cool Papa Bell. Bottom of the 9th, full count, Paul Hines at the plate. Rally time, come on. The season is falling apart. That is a leadoff single for Cool Papa Bell. Hold up at first, yeah, do not try and extend that into a double. What do we got now? We've got runners on first, 1 ball. Ted Williams at the plate. Behind by 1, Williams. Oh no, a weak hit to shortstop for the double play. This could be the season. I'm not sure if this is game 4 or 5. If it's game 5, this could be the season. Joe Morgan, 1 ball, 1 strike. Can he tie up the game with a dinger? He hits it to short, and that is the ball game. And the Unicorns are up 3-1 in the World Series. Sold Shane Reynolds, though. Oh. Well, we don't need a reverse sweep, but we need some magic. Here we go. Talk about some Magic. We've got our first platinum gold. That is Ernie Witt. Not part of any collection, but we're going to hang on to him because he may be in the future. Might be part of the Cooperstown 3 series. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. It is a great day for baseball. Comment if you can. Happy Thanksgiving, Canadians. We'll see you next episode.